a way. We just play the music we feel based on all the music we love and the things that influence us and the things that we've learned, right?
Yeah, it's just, it's our language. We're just, the way we communicate is what you're hearing. We don't think about shaping any new movement or anything. It's what we do.
We don't necessarily we don't know if we're jazz or not. Some people say we are, some people say we're not, and for us, we don't care. It's most important, that what we like is we love to improvise, and we like to play music that's fresh and in the moment. And I think it's like jazz in that way, where we bring many elements from all different kinds of music, which I think jazz has always done that.
Yeah, the spirit of improvisation, but what that is a very subjective thing. For us, it comes in the form of many different types of music.
I think the spirit and the freedom of jazz, the spirit of free jazz is definitely a big influence on us, as well as just the actual sonic possibilities that free jazz has explored. And we like to play dance music too, so you put it all together. I don't know how influenced we are necessarily by really the electronic, because that's a whole other world, the electronic music. We play live music, so it's a little different, but it's all influencing us.
Yeah, the secret is not to be comfortable in one place for too long. I think that we like to evolve and develop what we're doing all the time. That's what makes us feel good about what we do, and it's keeping it fresh and hopefully in the moment and exciting for us as well as the audience. It's very important. But from the first note we played together, I knew we had a special chemistry. That felt good the first time we played. So that spirit is still there, and we're still growing with it, and it changes all the time.
And I think we developed. We got together in New York City, and that's where we first played together. And like Billy said, there was something that was instantly different, and it felt right. And so we took it on the road and toured all over the United States for several years, and basically just built the music and an audience in the States that way, just by touring and going and playing for people.
We play a lot together. I mean, this group could be considered a full-time job, for all of us. But it's really important that we all do projects outside of it and play with other people. It's really important, that we all play with each other, play with any scenes that we possibly can, and there's a cross-fertilization of ideas and music, and any experience that we have outside the group helps us inside the group, whether it's a good or bad or whatever. Just,
for us, being tapped into the New York scene is very important, because it's, how we met, it's where we met, and it's that's the people that we were playing with, this whole scene with a lot of different people, before we started focusing on this. And I mean, even now, like Billy has a record label where he gets a lot of these people together and does these improvisational projects and various things. So it's still an important part for us to keep tapped into that, even though we try to play all over and be influenced by everywhere.
Should dictate what they want or what the people need. I mean, the artist has to communicate their individual voice, and if you do that, it's just going to be richer and more diverse.
I think it's also important to find new ways of presenting the music and the CDs to audiences out there, because there's a lot of young people out there who may not get the opportunity to come across this great music that they would love. But it's really important to be creative and keep how you present the music to the public fresh. I think that's one of the hardest things for a record label to do. It's easy to make a record if you have a great musician playing, but it's hard to turn the world onto that music.
sometimes there's too many concerts happening at the same time in a festival. So I like the festivals that really feature just maybe a couple at a time. Keeps the audiences a little more, keeps them in their seats for the whole set, for one thing.
There's too many bands playing.
Yeah, otherwise it becomes like a shopping mall, a circus.
Exactly, it's a circus.
Yeah, right. It's nice to focus on one thing until it's over and then experience something else.
And especially jazz music, where it's really important because every musician or every band creates a world with their music, and it takes a little bit to enter the world. Sometimes it takes a couple of songs before you can really feel the language of the band. And if you're just running from one band to the next band to the next band, it's really just it's more of a party. It's a different kind of experience. And for us, it's fun to play in situations where people are there to hear that band.
So I think you have one event with 2 bands, right?
Yeah,
and that's enough. That's enough for an audience to experience. And then the next week or the next day they experience a whole other thing. There's time for the audience to absorb and interact, and I think it's a good festival so far.
Feels good.